The RC44 returns to Europe with the start of the 44 Cup Porto Cervo, hosted by the yacht club Costa Smeralda. This is the second event of the 2025 44 Cup season, which began in mid-February with the 44 Cup Nika in Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. Renowned as one of the world's top yacht racing venues, the Costa Smeralda offers exceptional conditions, with strong northwesterly Mistral winds often funneling through the Strait of Bonifacio between Sardinia and Corsica.
I am Edoardo Recchi, Secretary General and Sport Director of the Yacht Club Costa Smeralda, that is hosting and organizing the RC44 Cup 2025. In these days we are racing in our waters with 11 teams, and we are very glad that they are enjoying our condition that our Sardinia is giving in any of our events. We are very lucky to be established here in the northern Sardinia, where the sailing conditions are always very appreciated from the owners and from the sailors coming from all over the world.
We are with the RC44 in Porto Cervo. The Yacht Club Costa Smeralda is one of the nicest venues where I like to come and sail. The background of this place is fantastic. There's no better place to sail, especially when you can go a little bit around the coast.
The 44 Cup Porto Cervo sees the high-performance one-design owner-driver fleet back up to 11 in number for the first time since 2016. While currently there is no Italian team on the circuit, 3 teams do have Italian tacticians. Vasco Vascotto on Peninsula Racing, Michele Ivaldi on Aleph Racing, and Francesco Bruni taking time out from America's Cup helming duties to call the shots on board Marcus Tornqvist's GeMera.
Yeah, we are pretty happy with how things have been going so far on Team GeMera. We are obviously a new team, so we have low expectations, but we proved to be competitive, so we are very, very happy with how things are going. Our owner, Marcus Tornqvist, did a very good job so far in very hard conditions, because the first day was very light, bearable racing, and the second day was with a lot of waves, so not the easiest conditions so far. So I'm looking forward for some 10-12 knots and flat water.
So the real game, I think there's more action on the field, more things to make sure we do well. So tactics are more involved now, obviously. Make sure we have a right lane, upwind speed. So yeah, I'd say it's a bit more challenging, of course, than one-to-one practicing on Sunday. I would say a bit, to some extent. I mean, I've been sailing on these boats for a long time, on Artemis, now finally alone. But no, I think it's definitely fun to be out there amongst everyone.
GeMera is the third brand new RC44 to be launched in the last 12 months, following on from the new boats for Chris Bake's Team Aqua and John Bassaroni's Peninsula Racing. In addition to Marcus Tornqvist's team, WOW Sailing Team from Turkey is back, having tried out racing in the 44 Cup fleet in the final event of 2024. The team is now being shared between Mehmet Taki and his nephew Murat Edin, both from Istanbul. The RC44s once again demonstrated their versatility on day one of the 44 Cup Porto Cervo. 2 races were held successfully for the nimble owner-driver one designs in light conditions where other keelboat classes would have struggled. The first race got underway on time in an 8 to 9 knot northwesterly. John Basadoni's Peninsula Racing and Igor Lars' Team CRF Veda were called OCS, and from there Christian Zura's Black Star Sailing Team and Torbjörn Törnqvist's Artemis Racing did well out on the left side of the first beat to cross ahead of the starboard tackers, led by Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika and Chris Bake's Team Aqua. Black Star just got the inside berth on her Swedish opponent to lead onto the run. From there, the leading duo never looked back.
Thank you. It's a beautiful, nice venue. I've never been here before for racing. Obviously, it's a good start into the season as it's the first event for us on the 44 class. And to start it with a race win, it's great.
In the second race, Chris Bake's Team Aqua and Artemis Racing were over early, but successfully restarted. Initially, the right appeared to pay, with 2 of the underdogs, Marcus Törnqvist's GeMera and Daniel Calero's Lanzarote Calero Sailing Team, edging ahead. But as the 2 sides converged, it was those returning from the left who once again crossed ahead, with Team Nika eventually pulling onto the starboard ley line just ahead and to leeward of Uglepik's Aleph Racing. Team Nika led down the run and both rounded the port gate mark. Aleph Racing team tacked, immediately creating a split and, finding more pressure out to the right-hand side of the course, pulled away to a substantial lead.
Porto Cervo is really special. It's a really fantastic place to go sailing. Lots of very competitive sailing coming here. The RC44 class hasn't been here in 7 or 8 years, but it's always a great event here and we all love to come here. And then in terms of today, we had 2 races. At the end of the day, they couldn't race the third race. On our side, we did okay in the first race. We didn't have a great start, but we held ourselves together and ended up 6th. And then with respect to the second race, we had a very good start. We were 2nd at the top mark. And then we managed in the second upwind to actually catch up with Nika and ended up having a great lift that ended up helping us very, very much, and we ended up 1st.
For day 2 of the 44 Cup Porto Cervo, Sardinia served up very different conditions to Thursday. The wind was northeasterly, ranging from 11 to 16 knots, but the sea state was larger than it should have been for that wind strength. This made life challenging on the beats, but exhilarating on the downwinds. 3 races were held in difficult conditions, where good helming and crew work were at a premium. The Swiss team led for most of the race, the finish of which was classic 44 Cup. While Black Star held a small lead going on to the last run, Torbjörn Törnqvist's Artemis Racing and his son Marcus's GeMera jibed early and found gold out to the right. Coming back on starboard with rights, they converged with the leaders, Artemis Racing first home, but with Team Nika, Nico Poons' Team Charisma and GeMera all crossing within 4 seconds of each other. After 44 minutes of racing, the top 8 finished within 16 seconds of each other.
We have had a couple of training days and then it helped, and the boat's going well, well set up, well prepared, and the crew works is also where it should be right now. So yeah, that was great. Obviously you need a bit of luck as well, I need that. So it felt very good, very close. So in the race, so close. It was 3-4 boats within seconds.
In the second race of the day, GeMera and Black Star Sailing Team initially looked strong as they forged out to the right. But ultimately it was Igor Lars' Team CRF Veda that was first to the top mark, then proving unassailable. Aside from Team Nika and Artemis Racing, John Basadoni's Peninsula Racing also performed well. Scores of 5, 2 and 3 made the Gibraltar team joint second place scorers for the day.
I think that we were able to
to have a good condition today with some waves and some breeze. We have three good starts, that's for sure. We were able to play this long oscillation that was on the sea, and I think that the crew did a nice job. John drove very well the boat, and that's a step forward compared to yesterday, for sure. We were very sad yesterday. We are not super excited today, but at least we went in the right direction. That's good.
After the previous day's stomach-churning washing machine conditions, the Costa Smeralda turned the glamour conditions back on again for day 3 of the 44 Cup Porto Cervo. The sun was out and the southeasterly held steady at around 8 to 10 knots, enabling 3 races to be held. The first race saw Team Charisma make the best start at the boat end, but coming into the top market was RC44 newbie helmsman Marcus Tornqvist and his GeMera crew, who had edged ahead to lead onto the run ahead of Nico Punz's team. A fine performance from the 44 Cup's newest team. GeMera jibed early, which might have opened the door to Charisma, but jibing back, they successfully crossed ahead of Charisma to lead into the Port Leeward gate mark. However, their good fortune was not to last. On the second beat, Charisma once again did well on the right, and this time edged into the lead to take the bullet. In race 2, there was a general recall, and then on the second attempt, John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing was a little too eager at the pin and had to restart. Shortly after the start, out to port, Igor, Lars, Team Siref, Vader and GeMera also found themselves doing turns. Meanwhile, having started 4th out from the pin and tacking early, Christian Zura's Black Star sailing team found a clear lane out to the right and pulled ahead. From there, they led for the remainder of the race.
Yeah, so we've just had a really good race, had a nice comfortable win in race 2 here on Saturday. Got quite lucky, well not lucky, but fortunate off the start line. Got a really nice start down near the pin, and there was a big mess to leeward of us and to windward of us, which took a whole bunch of boats out. So we were free to do what we wanted, and it was a relatively simple race course from there. So yeah, good to get another bullet on the board. First race was that was solid. It was a good, tough race, battling through the middle, but yeah, very happy so far. One more to go.
The third race saw Peninsula Racing over early once again, with GeMera and Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika claiming the favoured right. Coming in from the left, Torbjörn Tornqvist's Artemis Racing encountered Team Nika on starboard and was bounced back to the left, although this ended up paying handsomely. When the Swedish RC44 tapped back again, after a little wiggling, she just managed to round the top mark ahead of Ugla Pix LF Racing. Behind, there was carnage. Team Siref Vader came up to lay the mark, forcing GeMera to come up as well, both drifting to a near standstill, but particularly affecting Team Charisma and Chris Bake's Team Aqua directly astern. Team Siref Vader and GeMera maintained just enough momentum to edge around the mark, but Team Aqua and Charisma were less fortunate and came to a complete standstill. Team Aqua drifted down onto the mark and were obliged to take a penalty turn. Ahead, Artemis Racing and LF Racing split at the bottom gate, with the Swedes ahead but then tacking to cover. They had done enough to lead around the final lap and take the win.
No, it was a really good day for the Artemis team. Torbjörn and the guys and the team sailed the boat really well around the track today, and good manoeuvres and good speed, and we managed to have a super day. So very, very, very happy.
With the wind shifting finally into the prevailing westerly Mistral direction, for the final day of racing, PRO Maria Torrijo moved the course up into the mouth of Bomb Alley. Here, the 11 RC44 teams got to experience one of the world's most spectacular racing areas, with the flat water and stiff breeze funneling down between La Maddalena archipelago and the Sardinian coastline, with its craggy mountainous sandstone backdrop. After 2 light days and 1 breezy one, the Costa Smeralda delivered a complete test for the crews of these high-performance owner-driver one designs. Going into the final day, Team Nika was leading Artemis Racing by a mere point. The Swedish team set out to deliver what should have been a knockout blow in the pre-start of the first race when they pushed Team Nika the wrong side of the committee boat. Team Nika started squarely in last place, but up the beat they pulled onto the starboard ley line early. This gave them the space to avoid WOW Sailing Team, who was stalled at the top mark, which forced Peninsula Racing to circle back round. Team Nika had already pulled up to 4th as Alaf Racing led down the run. A penalty for the French team for going beyond head to wind at the top mark forced them out of the running. And with this, the father and son duo of Torbjörn Tornqvist Artemis Racing and Marcus Tornqvist GeMera moved into 1st and 2nd respectively. GeMera was first to the leeward gate, but by this point, Team Nika was now up to 2nd. And by going left up the next beat, she seized the lead, with Nico Poons' Team Charisma 2nd and Artemis Racing 4th. In the second race, GeMera tacked into a good lane, enabling her to nose ahead. At the top mark, it was once again a father and son 1-2, with Artemis Racing rounding first, with GeMera outside her and moving ahead on the run. Chris Bates' Team Aqua had pulled up to 2nd by the leeward gate, although up the 2nd beat, GeMera extended. Marcus Tornqvist had earned his first bullet, and in doing so, displaced Christian Zura's Black Star Sailing Team from the bottom rung of the podium. Heading into the final race, Team Nika was leading, but now only by 3 points from Artemis Racing. Team Nika sat on her opponent on the first upwind, rounding the first mark in 3rd, with the Swedish team back in 8th. Lanzarote Calero Sailing Team put in the best first beat and led on to the run, but here she was rolled and subsequently picked up a penalty after her spinnaker touched Team Aqua, dropping her down to last place. This left the race for the lead as a 2-way fight between Charisma and Team Nika, who went on to score her 2nd bullet of the day. Artemis Racing's 4th saw her finish 7 points adrift of the leader, with GeMera an additional 11 points behind in 3rd. With the 44 Cup Nanny K winner Charisma finishing 4th, Team Nika has moved into the lead of the 2025 44 Cup, recovering her golden wheels.
Yeah, a great final day for Team Nika. It was super close with Artemis going into the day. There was only 1 point between us, so we knew it was going to be a big fight. We were in the straights, flat water, big breeze, really close racing. It was bloody good fun. We had a bit of a scare in the first race when Artemis managed to hook us and shut us out of the boat, but we had an excellent job to get back and win that one. And then it was close in the next one as well, so there was only 3 points between us going into the last race, and we managed to get above them at the start and then control them up the first beat, and managed to round ahead of them and in control. But then the hoist was quite interesting with the boats in front. It was a bit chaos, but yeah, it was good. We got through and then extended from there, so super happy. The guys did a great job today. We were really quick, and yeah, great week in all different conditions, so yeah, looking forward to the next one.
The guys definitely were on fire, and it was very close race, and probably the best one was the first of today, because we came from last to first, and it was really convincing. Everyone did excellent job. Trimmers were on fire, Steve was on fire, tactician has never made any mistake, and I was just steering the boat. And we are really happy here in Porto Cervo. It's a fantastic venue.
The Tornquist family's Artemis Racing and GeMera took the remaining 2 spots on the podium. To make it onto the podium at just their second 44 Cup regatta was a remarkable performance for GeMera.
Well, of course, thank you so much for that. No, it's fantastic to come to Porto Cervo. It means a lot for me. Actually, here I had my first experience of international sailing, and I love the place since then. So obviously we do what we can to come back here. And I think we're already in talk with the club here when they can fit us in. For sure, it is one of the marvelous places in the world for sailing.
It is obviously great to make our debut and be on a podium spot. I know it was a bit challenging at the beginning, especially on the day when there was big waves and light wind. But yeah, I'm happy that the team got together. We had a good debrief and came third. I think it's a great achievement and very optimistic for the future.
The 44 Cup resumes in Marstrand, Sweden at the end of June.